work on that technique, son. Hey, you're watching this reviews.
Tornadoes continue to hit the middle of the country. The increase in the number of storms is a result of strange weather from the ocean water being colder than normal. It seems like there are a lot more natural disasters than normal. Be safe out there.
DJ, this week's question of the week is, what is your favorite food to eat for dinner?
So my favorite food is hamburgers and fries with some seasoned salt because that is bomb.
Tacos. Okay, my favorite food to eat is tacos and burgers and
favorite food to eat is hot wings from Wingstop, and they fry and they.
Recently, President Obama has gotten some complaints for going to a hot dog restaurant and eating 2 big chili dogs with an extra bowl of chili on the same day that First Lady Michelle was announcing the new guidelines for a good meal. It shouldn't be that big of a deal that the president had a chili dog, but he probably should have done it on a different day. He probably got into a little trouble at home. Now here's Akoi with an interesting story.
Yesterday, Apple announced an update with the iOS software. Starting this fall, iPhone users will be able to keep all their music on the internet and download it to any computer, phone, or iPad whenever they want to. For $25, Apple will let you keep the music that you got from CDs or off other internet sites on its online cloud. This will make keeping your music in one place a lot easier. Now here's Kelsey.
Many people have a Netflix account. Netflix makes it so that people can watch movies on their TV or computer over the internet. A lot of times people will share their account information with another person so that they do not have to buy 2 accounts. Well, this might soon be against the law in Tennessee. The state of Tennessee is trying to make sharing accounts illegal. When people share account passwords, it steals money from the Netflix company.
Now this week's fun fact. Did you know that the White House was being built while George Washington was in office, so he never actually lived there? Now back to the studio.
Looking across the east and northern and southern states will experience clouds, but mid-states may expect some drizzle. The Midwest will also experience showers with a little sun and clouds at the bottom. The Southwest will definitely see sunshine, if not with some clouds. The northern states of the West will expect drizzle. However, the rest will see some suns and clouds. Now to take a look at the SoCal 5-day forecast. Los Angeles is going to see some clouds with temperatures mostly in the high 60s. Santa Monica, same conditions, just with cooler temperatures. Long Beach, clouds are on their way with early 70s and late 60s. Beverly Hills, same conditions. Alright, now for a special report for the KAO's 2017 Springfield lesson from Los Angeles to Utah. As we noticed this past Saturday in Las Vegas, there were some clouds with sun. Following by Moab, there was a mixture of sun and clouds with late 90 temperatures. Zion Canyon expected to see sunshine with temperatures from late 70s to early 80s. Finally, the Grand Canyon going to see some clouds and cold temperatures possibly. Now for KAO's 2015 Springfield lesson from Los Angeles to Costa Rica. Overall, going to see some thunderstorms with temperatures from late 70s to mid 80s. That's a look at the weather, and now back to the studio.
This week, Donovan got the chance to interview a member of Congress while we were in Washington, D.C. Congressman Becerra has been representing Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. for the past 18 years. Now here's DJ. Hi, I'm Donovan Joseph here at KIPP Student News, here to ask Congressman Becerra a few questions. During your day, how do you usually spend it?
I spend most of my time either on the floor voting or in committee listening to witnesses testify or going through the process of amending and shaping legislation that will become laws.
And how does your job force you to manage your impulse in any way?
Well, remember that we vote for everything from whether we should go to war or whether we should put more money into our schools. And so I obviously have opinions. I want to try to do the best I can for folks, and so my impulses might have me go in a direction that's different from some of my colleagues, and so what you have to do is try to reach a good compromise so that rather than both of us argue and go nowhere because we can't agree, that we argue our points but figure out how to come up with a tough but sensible solution so we can make some progress.
And what college did you attend?
Stanford University.
You liked it there?
It was a great school. Go visit, you'll like it, and you'll want to enroll.
What is your daily life? What does it look like?
Most of the time, while I'm in Washington, D.C., I'll start my days around 8 in the morning. So my first activity will be sometime around 8 o'clock. And because voting doesn't require daylight, we sometimes will go late into the evening. I can have meetings and hearings anywhere throughout the course of the day. Then, by the end of the week, I will typically have an opportunity to go back home to my district in Los Angeles, and therefore spend some time working in Los Angeles, trying to reach out to folks that I represent so that folks know what we're doing in D.C., and also to hear back from them what they'd like me to do. So traveling back and forth. I visit lots of airports, and I've got tons of frequent flyer mileage.
And does your job in any way often interfere with your social life, such as family or friends?
And not often, but all the time. Let's put it this way. A year and a half ago, I finally decided to move my family to Washington, D.C. because traveling essentially every week back and forth from Washington to Los Angeles left very little time for family. And so we made the decision, my wife and I, talking to my daughters, that we would move over here. And it was tough because they were already teenagers. And so they didn't want to break away from L.A. and all their friends and everything that they grew up knowing. But it's helped us spend more time together. Even though I still have crazy hours here, at least I get to see them at night and early in the morning. And on weekends when I don't go back home to Los Angeles, I can see them a little bit more without having to worry about all the pressures of always being on the job working.
Thank you for answering these few questions we have, Congressman Becerra.
Thank you very much.
I'm Diamond Joseph, and we're going back to the studio. Thank you for joining us today on KIPP Student News.
We're taking the news of the world and bringing it to your classroom.
See you next week.
We'll see. Sometimes it takes a lot of takes. But
well, this might be. Well, this happened.
Give it up, let's go.